Hello everyone, this is the review of a game, The Mind of Marlo, and the keywords provided by the developer. And this is a point and click adventure game, and I must say this isn't completely the genre that I like, but I'll try to be objective about it. I must say I played it a little bit, and I must say this is a good game in its own niche. It's well done if you can go past the weird graphics that it has. But for a point-click adventure, it has interesting idea. It works correctly. It's very old. It's very retro. But if someone likes this genre, they can like the game. I will try to show it to you. The problem is that it has quite a long tutorial, maybe the entrance. So we'll go through the whole entrance to the beginning of the story. Then I will show you a little bit of gameplay, and then I'll comment on the game. Okay. So let's start with the game, which starts more like a movie, to be honest. I'll try to be silent while the characters will talk, and then I will comment again. I don't know if I should click it. No, it goes on its own. I'm not doing anything, just waiting. Oh, there is no sound. That's even better. Okay, so I can comment on it. So this is a guy who has a weird transformation on his head, like one in the entire humankind. And his head changes into various things, various objects and creatures. And he visits a doctor who tells him what to do with the syndrome, because it's a disease. A specialist is going to do it. That's the story, generally speaking. I'm not going to tell you too much about the story, because I don't know the story. I didn't play much. I just looked at the game, what it is, and I'm trying to tell you what it is. So it's a point-and-click adventure. Kind of silly, but it's also a little bit dramatic, I would say. It was a little bit sad for me. Because of course it's presented in a funny way, but it's about the guy who has a problem, and his girlfriend left him, and he has a problem with his head that changes into stuff. Yeah, that's what you get on the just this sentence. His girlfriend left him. He went to the doctor, and he's going to tell him that he should try to deal with the problem with the head. And I guess this is actually what you're supposed to do in the game, to scare off all the heads, different heads. So you're a slug, a shark, an ice cube, and other things, a cat. And the doctor tells him to find items. So basically it's gonna be a point and click. You'll be looking for items and using them somewhat, and trying to get rid of those heads that he's getting randomly all the time. As you can see, the graphics are pixelated, very retro, and it had a voiceover. I don't know why it's not there now. I only switched subtitles to be animated. I don't know what's the change. Maybe the F is changed. I don't see how it's animated. It's not really animated. It's just normal subtitles. And we should be at the house of the guy, as if we, as the player, are moving the character, and the way it's presented is that they are filming him while he's trying to fix his problem, his condition. It's sort of self-aware. The game is explaining why we're looking at some guy walking around the house, because we're filming him. I will try to check the options once again, hopefully. And yeah, let's see. Speech language is on English, and it doesn't work. I didn't click none. I clicked this, and he's not talking. I put this as an animate subtitles. Music is at 0. Speech is at 60, and we're not hearing anything. So it might be a bug. I don't know. It's clearly speech language English, subtitles language English. This works, but we hear nothing for some reason. I don't know why. It's probably not. Maybe it's in the music file. I don't think so, because I went down with it before. And so I don't know why we're not hearing the narrator talking. It should be. And we can just go around See, left and right, like in very old games. And when we click something, I guess we have to click the icon, and then he's expressing something about the object, like his problems. When he's a cat, uh, he scratches on the chair, and some guy is scaring him off his garden when he's doing it against the fence, because he's behaving like the animals or creatures that are appearing. Charging phone. Use or examine. Let's say use. And we can call the guy. Stop stealing my milk, you're not a real cat. Yeah. Now I'm a cat again. So it changes. And that's the game, guys. That's the game. You walk around. I'm not too good at those games. I think I can show you the graphics that we can visit a couple of places. Maybe click something else. You can examine Apple, for instance. One of my lovely apples. I think this was without voiceover. The voiceover was in the movie, but now it's not. Can we open it? I don't know. No. Yeah. He's talking about stuff that happens to him when his head's changed a couple of times and he had all kinds of problems. So it's kind of a joke, very weird setup, which I must appreciate. This is a picture of his girlfriend, I mean, by his girlfriend, maybe of his girlfriend as well. I have no idea. She used to be a painter, apparently. And we're Slug again. It's sad, you know, he wants to burn her things. He says she's not coming back. So it's aside from the whole funny presentation, it's more a drama really. It's a story, dramatic story about a guy with a condition, even though the condition is very weird. But he has actually real problems. Say, what is this? This is bad. Can we use it? Examine everything. Changes form at night. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Weird things happen. Weird things happen when he's doing his normal actions in life. The level of pixelation is a little bit too much. I don't know why this is so blurred. Yeah, examine item. It says select inventory object, then click this. Let's see. The problem is it didn't work for me. Like select object. Now it works. Yeah, now it works. Before it was like, for instance, when I click this, it wasn't clicked for some reason. I couldn't click it. Now it is clicked. So I don't know what is doing it. It was some bug of sort. Now it works. You click it, you can see it and examine it. Okay, so now it works. This is just, yeah, saves, examine, take, use. That's what happens when we hover on something. This makes us switch rooms. Fast forward is probably in the story, and we can save it. What does the escape? Okay, so we have two languages, only one in speech, which now doesn't work. Animated subtitles do almost nothing. Film effect, I don't know what it is really. It's on. Maybe it's the sort of screen that we're looking at. That's maybe the film effect. And yeah, that's it, I guess. So that'll be pretty much all about the game. I might even go left and show you one more room, maybe from the. Let's see if we can go out completely. Maybe we can. Oh, he'll go outside. So again, this is a game in one room. It's like one room here. That's the door. This is the second room. And now we have two more. So there's 4 rooms or so of bathroom. Let's see bathroom. And I'm not going through any sort of stuff that goes with the plot, how to solve problems, because I'm not good at those games, to be honest. I don't know how to do it. I didn't see any sort of what is it? Spray bottle. Salt is on slugs, right? Too potent like that. Oh, okay. So salt with water maybe would do something. I don't know. Seriously, I have no idea how it works. I just repeat what was told to me. You have to sort of connect stuff together. Spray bottle and toilet paper. Can it be like wet? I don't know. I would have to mix salt probably with something. Toilet water? I don't know really how you take it. Maybe you should go to kitchen to find. Here is a sink as well. Use sink. Can I use sink? Can I use salt on sink? With cat. I don't want to use with cat. I want to use maybe toilet paper. Make it wet. No. Maybe salt with sink. Yeah, pointless. They said you should dilute the salt and then probably use it on the slug because slugs don't like salt. But I don't know how you exactly do it. You can have battery as well. Yeah. We have the battery. Apple we cannot take. Oven, no. Pin board. I know we can look at it. Maybe. I guess we can. Yeah. Saucy messages. Don't eat the chicken. Probably he ate it, I guess. Or not. Yeah. He writes to himself because he's very lonely. And I guess that will be it for the game. I don't really know how to progress it because I'm not good at adventure games, but that's how it's presented. And the idea is very weird, which I appreciate. It's different. It works properly if we can deal with the fact it's very pixelated and very retro. But some games like this in the genre of point-click adventure are like this, like old ones, like Police Quest or King's Quest or other games like this. So I'm not gonna say it's bad because some people like it this way. It's just very retro, and I have no idea how long the story is. It's definitely specific and different than usual stuff. It's very weird, and I appreciate the idea, and it works correctly for a point-and-click game. It works correctly. But this isn't completely the genre I like. So that's the game. If you want it, if you want to try it, if you are one of the people who like the point-click adventure games, you can try it. I would recommend low price. I don't know what the price was because I was given the key for free. I'm not checking it this time. But I personally wouldn't pay much because I don't like pixelated graphics and retro style games. I would maybe pay for a well done adventure game, point-click adventure game, especially if it had some other mechanics, not just the usual game within the genre, but something different, slightly different, with more other options. I forgot the name of this one game that I liked. It was about the girl who can switch time, or Fahrenheit, for instance, which had different endings and different options to do. The story could go a few ways, not just one way. Most point-and-click adventures are just one playthrough. You have to do specific things to progress. I usually get stuck and I can't do it, so I don't like the genre at all. But if some games take from the genre but add something else, I like it sometimes. Here it's just the usual specimen of the point-and-click adventure games genre, which I don't like. So for what it is, it's doing it correctly with pixelated graphics in very retro style. I personally don't like it, but I know some people do, and it's doing what it should be doing all right. So if the price is low enough, or if you are a big fan of this, you can take it. I would give it 6 out of 10 because it has an idea that is interesting, and the way it's done, it's completely not talking to me, but it works correctly. It doesn't crash or anything. It works. The only problem is that I have no idea why the sound disappeared, how I set it properly. I didn't touch it. It was just English speech. Why it doesn't work? No idea. But aside from that, no bugs. So that will be it for the review, and I'll see you guys in the next one.